So there I was, bored out of my goddamn mind, playing Red Dead Online, as one usually does for some godforsaken reason, I don't know. And obviously, I made a rational decision right after that to watch some Naked and Afraid, you know, the show that consists in a dude trying his hardest to hide his pole from a woman for 21 days. Okay, no, that's bullshit. No one sober watches that fucking show. I just thought, you know what, temperature hurts you, so let's try it and see if we can actually die from hypothermia or some shit like that. On the snowy mountains of Ambarino, which is some place that we never fucking get to visit online, so I thought it was a good idea. Simple game, simple rules. I get to eat once in the whole challenge, meaning as preparation, I made sure to hunt in a very sustainable way with no possible waste. But then I thought, meat would rot pretty fast, so I might have to use something a little bit more realistic.
Welcome back, sir.
Ah, salted venison, perfect. And I couldn't start a fire of my own, meaning that if I wanted to warm up, I would have to find an actual fireplace created by someone else as an opportunity. Oh, and I have to survive on my own, meaning no horse. Even though I can make my travel to Ambarino on a horse, I'm just on the train because, well, I like trains. And here we are, Lake Isabella, the frozen art of the Ambarino region. Seems like the perfect place for a last meal before... Oh. Never mind. My character hasn't even begun stripping down, and we already faced the first issue. The night.
I am the night. I am Batman.
Yo. Wrong game. Get the fuck out of here, Batman. Sorry. The adventure begins. There's no going back, so I choose wisely. I pick my ever-reliable pump shotgun and bow and arrow. After this, it's time to get freaky. I strip down everything that God didn't give me, except the pants. Of course, this game can't do that. And I say goodbye to my horse. This will be the last time I see him before the challenge ends.
You alright, boy?
And there she goes. Yes, it's a femalely misgendering bit. As the ice melts under my bare feet, I start understanding. Maybe it was a really bad fucking decision to walk over a frozen lake, but okay. And as I was learning to walk with a cinematic camera on, I started to understand how small I was without my horse. So it was obvious that I needed shelter. Anything could eat me out here, so I had to find some spot quick. And that's when I spotted it. Some sort of cave, at least something with a ceiling to protect me from this rain, because snow wasn't bad enough. But then I noticed some footprints. Maybe I wasn't alone. Maybe it was animal shit, who knows. So I kept walking through the dense snow. I started giving my first signs of hypothermia, and would you know it, I have a river between me and the spot that I want to reach. Magnificent. And as any manly man would do, I light up a cigarette and decide to cross it in the most epic gamer fucking way. So as you can see, there's no stopping this man. So I turn myself to the river and wave goodbye to the first obstacle in my journey. Oh shit, that's the wrong way. And with no surprise, we keep roaming through the dense snow. So far, no nasty surprises. Everything seems calm. Until... So that's when I saw it. Fire. But most importantly, actual gunfire. Now I know I was doing a challenge, but I still had a duty to uphold. So it is possible that in my overconfidence, I misjudged my combat skills, so I was getting my ass kicked every single turn. So as any respectable man would do, I bolted the fuck out of that place after failing the mission miserably. Who cares if a few random people die? All I knew was that I was injured, meaning that I had to spend my one and only food item right now. If you tell me, that's a lot of sacrifice right there. Oh yeah, I was still being followed, so I had to deal with that piece of shit. Hell yeah, it's just what I needed. So it was when I noticed a recognizable trail and a good old friend, meaning that I spent all this fucking time going backwards. Finally, I was striding in the right direction. Even with all this, I was defying what it was humanly possible. It's clear that my manly attributes were the things that were scaring every single apex predator in the Ambarino region. For the most part, it was a smooth ride. And by the looks of it, nature was laughing in my face. presenting all this food that I could not eat. And dying of cold and lack of food is no excuse to not visit the touristic points here. Clearly, seeing a oven or some sort of heater in the middle of nowhere really pissed me off, but I followed my journey. Now let me tell you, we miss out on a lot when we just sprint with a horse all the time and we just focus on killing bad guys, when just walking around is pretty peaceful. Appreciate all this nature. No, let it go, you can't eat it. Let it go. And so, the gods of gaming had to put a barrier to my manliness, and actually put a barrier in my path, so I had to go back. But then I saw some sort of mythical figure in the air, as if it was trying to guide me. And goddamn, this was lonely. But I had to fight. It was turning daytime, and I could use that in my advantage. But the terrain was getting tougher and tougher. The fatigue was becoming noticeable. And boredom too. I spent like 10 minutes looking at these guys trying to fight. But then I heard. I didn't know what the hell that was. A predator? Harmless animal? I couldn't be thinking too much. I had to continue my journey. That is, until I took a second look. Son of a bitch. It's a legendary bison. Throughout my whole Red Dead Online experience, I was never able to catch one of these. So I knew it wasn't about the challenge anymore. Now I had to prove myself. There he was, and he brought friends. So being outnumbered, I had to be cautious. I was obviously going to use my shotgun with a slug. I couldn't take any chances here. I had to fight this at long distance. I started to move in, but I'm pretty sure I was way too obvious because one of them understood that I was there. I was hoping for them to give up, but now it was two of them who were suspicious of my presence. I started to feel a bit of pressure here. Even my character started to get anxious. So I just decided to move in. I was going to have to be really fast so he couldn't flee. And that's when I understood they were actually stronger than I thought, and they were gonna go for me. Holy shit. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. Well, you already kinda know because I just showed you. But if you would like to see what happens next, like this video and subscribe for part 2. Thank you so much.